What's going on, you all? This is Brother D here, coming back at you with another edition of the Brother D Show podcast. And on tonight's show, we will be talking from the subject, the tables have turned. The tables have turned, and they have surely turned. You were never trying to run up against them. You were never trying to compete against them like how we were covering last week. But I want you to know that now they're going to need your help to make it. They're going to need you, the same one that they tried to overlook and they tried to make look bad. They're going to need you as you move forward in the greater things that are in store for your life. They're going to need your help. Because, see, they've tried to paint an ugly picture of you. They've tried to cause you to look a certain kind of way in front of people that you always did right by, and these people, they always looked up to you and they always thought well and highly of you. But you've had these people who have tried to cause you to look bad to make themselves look better. But now the tables have turned. The same people who try to degrade you and smear your name throughout the mud, smear your name throughout your community, are the same people that are now going to need your help. The same one that did not want to give you a chance, the same one that did all they could to try to destroy you, are the same ones that are now going to need you. They never thought that they would. They thought they would always have people on their side. They thought they would always have people that they could run to and turn to whenever trouble would hit or whenever they would hit a low moment. But now I've come to tell you the tables have turned. They're going to need you. They're going to need you. Whether they realize it or whether they don't, they're going to need your help. They're going to need your guidance. They're going to need your teaching. They are going to need you. They're going to need you, and now they're going to regret how they treated you. They may not want to admit it, but they know today that they are wrong and that they've been wrong. But now they're going to need you. They're going to need you to make it through what's coming down the pipe. They're going to need you because now things have been shifted to where you now have the strength. You now have the resources, the money, the connections. And now they have lost what they have. They've lost it. They have lost it. And now you have these different things. Why? Because you built in silence. You built in silence while they were busy trying to destroy you. The same energy that they used to try to destroy you was energy they could have used to help themselves. But you allowed them to go forth and say, you know what, I got to build in silence. I got to build quietly. So now they're going to need you. It was best that you didn't show up to everything. It was best that you didn't show up to every gathering, every function. It was best. For those, if you're dealing with family or friendships, it was best that you didn't show up. It was in your best interest because you had to build. You had to build. Irregardless of what they might have thought. You're being antisocial. You don't want to communicate. You don't want to network. No. You had to do what you had to do to make sure that you were protected, that your mental health was steady and it was at a decent place. You had to make sure that you did not lose your mind or lose your mind on them. So therefore, you had to build. And you don't need to apologize for the time that you took to build. Because some people can look at your plight and say, oh, you still letting that bother you? You're still not over that. Oh, I've been moved on from that. You still thinking about that? But see, it's not them going through what you went through. And everybody is not the same. Everybody's different. It might have taken them a short amount of time to get over the same situation while it took you a whole lot longer. And that has its factors. But the point of the matter is, you had to build. And you had to do the things whether you had to read, you had to do the things that were going to help you. If you had to read, if you had to go out for a walk, whether you had to go jogging, whether you had to go talk to somebody, counselor or somebody that was going to help you make sense of the matters that you were dealing with, you had to do what you had to do to make sure that you were stable and that you did not lose your character. You had to do what you had to do to make sure that your character remained intact. So now the tables have turned. Now the connections are coming to you. The things that were held up, the things that were held back. Because there was a time where you went through where you said, why does it seem like a lot of people are not being drawn to me? I'm gifted, I'm talented, I'm creative, I have the skill set. I'm a people person. I'm an extrovert. Why does it seem like opportunities are not coming to me? I'm just as gifted as the next person, but why does it seem like I'm looked over? But now you're going to discover why. In this last half of 2024, you are now going to see what was going on. You were going to see the uncovering of a lot of different things that were hidden and that did not make sense. You know you sniffed it out. You knew you sniffed out the whispers and the weird energy that you got from people when you got around certain ones who thought that they had it all together and the certain ones that had everybody in their face. When you felt like something wasn't right, now you're going to discover what was really happening with those people this whole time. The tables have turned. And don't go by what it looks like right now. Just watch as this unfolds. The tables have turned. You don't have to feel like, oh, I don't have what it takes. I must not have what it takes. I must not be gifted enough because people are not seeing me. No, people are seeing you, but they're just not saying anything. You are being recognized, but people are not just telling you that they recognize you. But now it's all about to make sense. The tables have turned, and watch how this thing plays out. They're going to need your help, and certain things that were hidden are now going to come to the forefront, and it will make a whole lot of sense. It's all going to add up. It's all going to add up. This is Brother D, you all, and I hope that this show has motivated and inspired you. Know for a fact that you will see the fruit of your labor, and it won't be long from now.